Hey guys, it's Tracy from TMC Coaching, and you are watching an episode of From the Garage. Well, we've been going after Monday. I trust you've had a happy Monday and you're looking forward to a good rest of the week together. Let's talk about changes in a company. A lot of companies are dealing with them right now, and there's a lot of pressure surrounding changes that go on with the company. Every company must and will experience organizational changes. It's just a fact of business. And those that really achieve success and really go to that next level in their business are those who are willing to embrace the changes that are coming. Now, let's talk quickly, before I give you really where I'm going, I want to help us understand why and where. Why would a company go through change, and where would these changes take place? Well, the first is this: why? Why would a company go through organizational change? Could be because of corrupt leadership, poor management, and over time, it can really destroy a business, and they have to totally organizationally shift from the way they were structured to do business. A second reason for organizational change within a company could be weak implementing of the core purpose. In other words, they're not conducting business in accordance with their own purpose, their why behind it. And when you lose track of your why, everything after a while is up for grabs. You need to really stay close to that why. Another reason why companies would experience organizational change is because of a consistent turnover of their staff, of their employees, of their team. That turnover rates, attrition rates, as they go high, it can really erode morale and really wreak havoc on the customer base. And so organizational change is the next step. Also a profit loss. When production's down, you're losing profits, you're not making the money you need to. If the business is to survive, it has to go through an organizational change. Now, where? So we understand why, and that's just some of the reasons, but where could a company change organizationally and improve and get better? Well, one way, it could be in its management structure. If it's weak management, poor leadership, maybe it needs to be structured differently. Maybe the wrong people are in the right seats. You got these seats of management, but you got the wrong person in it. And so it's time for a structural change there. Could be in your corporate strategy. The way you've always done business needs to be structured differently in order to make it in the 21st century. Could be that where you need to implement organizational change is in the internal policies, procedures, the systems and processes that helped you in the early days need to be altered and adjusted for these days. It could be that in the culture, the development of a new culture, a rebranding time is in order. Could be that organizational change is showing up in your core values, or at least the adherence to the core values, or readopting or rewriting or writing them for the first time, your core values. Another area in where organizational change could be felt within a company and make a big impact is simply in the technology side or the marketing side of things. I mean, adapting to the market as it is today is quite different than it was just 20 years ago. And so that might be a change that needs to be implemented for the organization to succeed. Whether or not it is for those purposes or for some other reason that I haven't even mentioned, when done properly, an organizational change can increase morale. It can improve products, the quality of the products, production itself. It can make things move more efficiently. The brand awareness can improve. Also, you can create a lot of impact by making the adjustments that are necessary for your business to be better. But this is really where I'm driving at. Even though I've experienced, and here recently it's been a topic of conversation for some of the clients I'm serving, when it's needful and a structural change or an organizational change must take place, there's a word of warning I want to issue. And it has to do with your team. Make sure, number one, that you communicate clearly to the leadership about what organizational changes are taking place and even why. The second leg of that is that you need to communicate effectively to your team that there are changes that are taking place. Don't hold it back. Don't hide it from anybody and think that no one will notice. People will notice a change. And because they're so resistant to change, you need to get out in front of it. The last component of this regarding your team going through an organizational change is this. Be willing, and this is a hard one, be willing to let those who are unwilling to change and evolve with the company, be willing to allow them to explore other opportunities. Be willing to say, okay, I understand. If we're going in this direction, and I know you've been here from the beginning, this may not be a fit for you. What I've learned is that sometimes businesses, as they're evolving, if their team is not evolving with them, it may not be a good fit at this point. It was a great fit in the beginning. Team members that are unwilling to grow, and as businesses grow, sometimes there's a parting of the ways. But look at it as allowing them to explore better opportunities that fit them. This is one thing that I've learned, and with this I'm done. That being at the right place at the right time is only advantageous if you are the right person. Give that some thought. Thanks for joining me tonight on From the Garage. I look forward to meeting with you again tomorrow. Until that time, be well.